Hi everybody, Anthony, Morgan's Training Academy. Today is about close-up knife work. Close-up knife work has some advantages and has disadvantages. The first thing, being this close, you don't know what he has in his pocket, you don't know if he's carrying a gun, you don't know if he's carrying a knife, and it's safe as far as that. Now, there's certain obvious things that you know he's not carrying a long stick. You know he's not carrying a staff. So when I get in this close, everything's going to be in real close. Now, the point of this video is grip. Now, when I say grip, I want you guys to understand close in, one grip is far superior than the other. And I say far superior. If I move in here, okay, and say I'm like this, okay. Now, I can't really spin this knife to get very much unless I pull this out to get a thrust. If I'm in here close, I can get a slash, okay. It's hard for me to get a thrust in here because of the angle. Now, this is a forward approach. If this is an assailant, okay, how I come in here with the knife this way, it's going to be harder for me to navigate. So now, if I go to the back side, okay, and I'm in here, okay, this is hard. This is hard also, because if I'm in here too close and the guy's big around the waist, I can't. See that? I can't get this knife in. Now, sure, I like carrying a shorter knife. And I like carrying a shorter knife because I can wheel that knife. I can wheel it in close to my body. I can wheel it in tight spots. When you get into an 8-inch dagger like this, it's harder to manipulate. So from here, if I'm in here, it's harder for me to see. If I'm trying to hold on to him, it's hard for me to get cuts here. Okay. Now I can cut him. Don't get me wrong. I can cut because me personally, I will make space. Now, how I make space, if I'm into here and I shoulder slam him, now I can get that cut in. Now, I may knee him to get space. If I'm in close and I knee here and I knee and he bends over, now I have space. But we can't always get space. So that's where the earth grip comes in. So when I'm into here and I get in close here, now I can manipulate this easier here because I have more range of my wrist. Okay, I can thrust here. Okay, I can cut here. Okay, and it gives me a little bit more area that I can thrust. Now from the back side, it's the same way. I can thrust here. Okay, I can cut any particular way here. Okay, and as soon as I move into the heaven position, it limits me. I don't have a whole lot of power either if I'm in here and I'm trying to get a thrust in here. So where the earth position, I can actually pull here. See how I grip my hand? So I can actually pull here and insert that knife in here. Which with this position, it doesn't work as well. Now, like I said, you can get the cut, and if you have no other choice than to be in this position, then take what you get. But with the earth grip, it allows me more avenues that I can run with. Okay, I can make movement. I can come into the side. I can come to here. But my preference, if I'm going to be in close, I want to have earth grip, and because if I'm into here, at least I can thrust here. Now I can flip this and I can thrust here. But now you notice something's free. It's going to be my arm that's going to free. If my arm's free, his arm's free. But say I'm trying to hold his arm in, okay? Now if I'm in this position, where is my knife? Okay, am I going to be able to cut appropriate? But if I'm into here and his arm is there, I can control his arm here. I can get his arm into his body, and then I can insert this into the hip. So a lot of good benefits. So my recommendation to you guys is train with both areas. Okay, when you get in close, work heaven grip and earth grip. Now, I carry this neck knife. I carry it all the time. And see how small the blade is? Now, if I'm in here, see, this is deadly. Okay, because now I don't need much room here. See that? It's there, it's there, it's there. Okay, it may be here, here. But if I switch this over to heaven grip, now, see, it makes it, not saying I can't, but it's set up more for slashing than it is for thrusting. And being in that tight, if I'm into here, now with the short knife, I can operate this, I can cut. But it's still not as good as earth grip. Again, this position right here makes it so much nicer. Now, with all that being said, this is a situation that is a life or death situation. If you're protecting your family, if you're protecting your kids, keep in mind that us as men, okay, we're put here as protectors, and to protect my kids, to protect my wife, protect those that can't protect themselves. And I don't want to be, just labeling us being a man, but being a provider, being, somebody that's going to protect the family. I mean, I know a lot of women that are very serious about protection. Okay, you put a knife in their hand, they're gonna eat you alive. So it's not a thing about that, but I'm talking more traditional as a husband, protecting the wife and the kids. Sometimes you're gonna have to use that serious deadly force. Hopefully we will never have to come to that, and hopefully that I can protect his life. If he's attacking me, I can protect him as I should protect him. But it's if he's got a gun, he's got a knife, and I'm trying to disarm him, then I have to do what is reasonable and necessary. And like I said, it's I don't want to go to extremes. If I can get him disarmed, then I don't have to end his life. If I can get the weapon away from him, I don't have to escalate any further than that. But so keep that in mind as you're training. We as martial artists aren't put here to walk around acting like we're tough. We're not put here to be beating up on people. We're not put here as bullies. We're put here as protectors, and to be able to protect those that can't protect themselves. And so keep that always in mind as I'm showing you guys and I'm talking to you about things. I'm going to always move to the side of trying to protect each individual, protecting my family and protecting this guy that I'm going up against. And that's where the more training that you guys do, the better you will get at being able to control assailants. If you can get them down on the ground, get them cuffed up. If you have cuffs, you may not have cuffs. I have cuffs. Of course, I'm ex-law enforcement, so I teach law enforcement and I teach military, so I've got cuffs. But anyway, so that's all for today. Thank you guys for all the comments. I like the comments on the bags. Stuff that you guys can build at home. I really enjoy coming up with new ideas. Build all your equipment. Build it. And you guys that are interested in becoming instructors, it's a great way of life. It gives you the confidence that you need when you're out there, and that's probably more important than anything else. Is some of the students that I teach here, they walk away with their head held a little higher. they have a little bit more confidence. And if I can help them to achieve that goal as an instructor, then that makes me happy. I'm not here to beat up on my students. I'm not here to show how tough I am. I'm just, each student that comes in here wants to learn something different. And as instructors, that's our job, is to try to lead them the best that we can. And a lot of times, you know, that may be spiritual, it may be mental, it may be physical, it may be emotional. You know, people talk to me, you know, all the time about, you know, emotional baggage that they're carrying. You know, and sometimes as a martial arts instructor, we can help them with that. You know, and the spiritual end is another one that we can always, you know, give guidance to. But anyway, and physical, trying to stay in shape, trying to get past that curve. You know, if you guys are getting up in age, my advice to you is don't stop. Okay, continue, you know, doing squats, continue doing your push-ups, continue doing your hanging. I hang all the time, I do squats all the time, and you know, keep pressing. I mean, the physical is important, because if you guys can't last in a fight, then you're not going to be protect those around you. And I say last in a fight, if you can't go full out for 90 seconds without burning out, how are you going to go up against, you know, assailant that's breaking in your house? So, you know, as guys, get in shape, okay? Some kind of shape, you know. We all have a shape, but it's just what kind of shape are we in, okay? You know, you can be a little bit overweight and still be in good shape. Anyway, work at it. And thanks again, guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow.